a music company called Vangoa emailed me and offered to send me a free banjo in exchange for my honest opinion on it. So here are my thoughts on the Vangoa banjo. As far as delivery, packaging, and customer service goes, this was excellent. The banjo came in good condition, on time, in this really cool big box. I was very excited when I got it, and I did not tune it before I played it, and sorry Dad, you were just trying to get work done. But I was excited. The lady I've been in contact with during all of this has been incredibly helpful, quick response time, very kind, so shout out to Nancy from Vangoa. You're the best. Alright, so this banjo comes with a bunch of great extra things. It comes with like a tuner, a strap, finger picks, a bag, spare strings, all sorts of great stuff. This would be great for someone just starting out maybe who doesn't have any of the equipment yet. You just kind of get it all at once, so that's good. It did come with the bridge not installed yet, probably for safety during shipping, but that took quite a while for me to figure out and install safely, so I would imagine for someone who has not played a banjo before, that would be even more stressful, so that's just something to consider. It wasn't very hard putting the bridge in, but it was a little bit confusing. So the banjo came with a resonator already on it, but it also included all of the tools, hardware, and instructions needed to remove the resonator so you can play it open back. That's another thing that I think would make this whole kit really good for beginners, because you could switch between the two different styles of banjo pretty easily if you're still trying to figure out if you like Scruggs style or clawhammer more. Like my main banjo is just open back, and if I wanted to try out like finger picking and that stuff, I couldn't really put a resonator on it. So this is more versatile and good for figuring out or demonstrating different styles, I think. I played around with it with the resonator on a little bit, just for funsies. Between my main banjo, which is just like a standard UTE, U-T-E model of banjo, and this banjo. Quite a few things to avoid a buzzing sound that it kept making. I eventually got most of the buzzing to go away, but it did take quite a bit of tinkering. It's got much more of a mellow tone. It's not quite as loud as my normal banjo. I don't know, I like the mellow tone. It's good for softer songs like Salt Spring. A pretty solid kit for a beginner who wants to try out banjo and see if they like it and kind of get their foot in the door with that. I think once you get more serious about playing, you would want to upgrade to one with a better tone. But this one is perfectly functional. It's got some good aspects to it. I feel like I can get a good sound out of it. I have played other cheap banjos where I feel like I can't get any sort of good sound out of it, but this, I think this is a respectable sound. Perfectly good. Perfectly good. So I'm really really glad I have this banjo as like a backup banjo. I feel like I'll be taking this banjo like to the beach or maybe camping, places I wouldn't take my normal banjo because I'd be just worried about my banjo the whole time. I could just throw this guy in the car and not be too worried about it because it seems reliable. Like, it's gonna keep this perfectly decent sound, I think. And it's also gonna be handy to be able to have this in a different tuning, so that when I'm like working on learning songs or something, I can switch between, you know, C and G tuning really quickly. Like, I'll just have this one in C and my other one in G, and I'll be able to switch between them without retuning for 10 minutes. So I am very glad I have this banjo. Here's some close-ups on the craftsmanship. It's a nice looking banjo, I think. It's got those rivets there. There's the bridge. There's the inside. It doesn't have that good of a finish on the inside, but the outside looks very nice. Alrighty, so that is my review. I feel a little bit underqualified to be reviewing banjos. My knowledge of banjo manufacturing and craftsmanship is pretty small at this moment. I pretty much just like play my banjo and I go, this sounds like a good banjo. And I don't know much else about banjos yet, but I hope my thoughts have been somewhat helpful. This has been a really cool experience. I never imagined I would be getting free banjos in the mail at this point in my life, but hey, I will take it. If anyone else wants to send me free stuff, my email is on my YouTube page. Anyway, thank you to Vangoa for the banjo. I am naming him Buzzy because he still has a little bit of a buzz sometime, but I love him anyway. And he and Bertie, my other banjo, are gonna be best friends. So I'm very happy about that. If you're interested, I will be putting a link to this banjo down in the description. I think maybe I get a little bit of money if you buy from that link or something. But yeah, if you do want to buy this, click my link. And there might be a discount code in the description also, so you get a discount. Anyway, thank you again to Vangoa, and I will see you guys in the next video.